class. I hope you're all doing well. Well, when I was watching you do your division, I noticed that we were having some issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to review how to do division, and then also the standard algorithm, that is. And then we're also going to look over a new way to do division that I personally like better. So let's start off with a problem. We have, let's see, 315 divided by 9. Now, how would you write that? I have a way of writing that right up here that we were talking about. You put the 9 outside of the main number, the big number that you're dividing. Okay? So we're going to have 9 goes into 315. So, when we're doing this problem, we often start off with going 9 goes into 3. How many times? Now, since 9 doesn't go into 3, we're going to put a placeholder 0 right there. And then we're going to move on to the next number. So we're going to go 9 goes into 31. So how many times does 9 go into 31? Let's do our finger math, okay? We have 9, 18, 27, let's see, 36. Uh-oh, I think we've gone too far. Let's go back one, okay? So we have 27. So 9 times 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do 3 up here. We're going to write our 27 down here. We're going to subtract that. Uh-oh, I see that 1 can't be subtracted by 7. So we got to borrow from our neighbor, or regroup. And we have 11 minus 7, that would be 4. And 2 minus 2, that would be 0. So we can leave that blank. And then, of course, we want to drag down our 5. So we have 45. Now, 9 goes into 45 how many times? I think we can figure this one out. This one's an easy one. Or we can use our fingers. So we have 9, 18, 27, 36, and then 45. Okay, so we know that 1 matches up to 45, so we'll put that up here. Let's see, which number is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 9 times 5. You put that on up here. And voila! So we have 315 divided by 9 is 35. So that you may be looking at, that's really complicated. And that's really hard to do. So we're going to try a different way, and that's the partial quotients division. So we're going to start with the same layout that we had here, but we're going to add something extra. And that's this extra little line here. But trust me, it's okay. And then when I'm starting this kind of problem, I like to start off with finding my basic math facts. So let's see, we know 1 times 9 is 9. And then we know 2 times 9 is 18. So we know that 10 times 9 has to equal 90, right? Because we have just an added 0. And we know that 20 times 9 has to equal what? Let's see, 180. There we go. And then, of course, let's throw in another one. Let's say the 5s. So 5 times 9. Since we use it here, we're going to use it here. We're going to use 45. And then we have, let's just do 50 times 9. Which, since we know and this just makes it a little easier so that you don't really have to do a huge amount of math or thinking of coming up with it on the spot. You already have them right here so that you can use this as a basis. That's why I like this. So we're going to think of 315 as a whole. So 9 goes into 315 how many times? But since we already have some math here, we can look and see, well, 50 times 9 goes in is 450. So I don't think that would work, do you? No. We want to get something that's smaller than this. So the second smallest number that I could find is 180. So 20 times 9. So we're going to use that. We're going to go 180. And since we use the 20, we're going to put 20 over here. Voila. So let's subtract. So we have 5 minus 0 equals 5. And then we're going to, 1 minus 8, we have to regroup. So 11 minus 8 let's see, that is 3. And then 2 minus 1, we have 1. Okay. So we still have 135 left over. So we have to find another number. Let's see. What's the number that's lower than 135? You can use any of these, but I'm going to use the biggest number that I can find that's lower than 135. So we're going to use 10 times 9. So we're going to subtract 90. And we're going to write 10 over here because that's what we used. And then we're going to go ahead and subtract. And then 13 minus 9 we know is 4. Okay, so now we're still left with 45 left. So we have to find out what exactly would equal that. Let's see, let's look at our numbers that we have here. Uh-oh, I see something that's exactly 45. Do you? So we have 5 times 9 equals 45. So we're going to use that 5 here. We're going to write 45. We're going to write our 5 over here. And we're going to subtract. And we don't have nothing left. So, since we have nothing left, what we're going to do is we're going to add up these numbers here. So we're going to put a big plus sign here. We're going to add that. We have 20 plus 10 plus 5. So we know we have the 5. And then we have 2 plus 1, so that would be 35. So we can write that up here. And if we were to have a number smaller than 9 here, that would be our remainder, and we'd write the remainder. But we don't have a remainder on this problem. So can't you see how easy this is? So, when looking at this compared to the standard algorithm, there's lots of things that show that it works. For one, you're not doing anything really different. The only thing that you're doing different is you're breaking it down into smaller chunks. So instead of looking at just the 3 or the 31, you're looking at it, you're saying, oh, what fits in this? And you don't have to do a whole lot of the work right on the spot. You have the work already laid out for you. You just have to see what goes into what. And that's what makes it really kind of simple. And you're just really making it easier by simplifying it. And you're looking at the number as a whole. Whereas with the standard algorithm, you're looking at it by parts. And of course, looking at parts, it confuses me. So why not look at it from the whole? And then try and make it smaller and make it easier. And by taking these chunks, what you're doing is you're practicing your multiplication skills as well. So if you can't get it, see what other ways you can find out how to do division. If you have another way that works, bring it in and we'll talk about it. We'll see what works and what doesn't work about it. But if you are having problems with the standard algorithm, the way that we learned in class, definitely take a look at this and try it out. See if it works for you. And if it doesn't, don't fret. We will find a way to get you to division mastery. I hope you all have a great weekend and enjoy the sunshine.